Go into systems in the meeting. Nice. See who actually shows up. I'm going to get on these people about showing up more.
Right.
All
I mean,
right.
I think it's a pretty good time. It's six
Yeah,
o'clock my time. That means it's 7 o'clock most, you know.
yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, I'll ask also and like say, hey, is it if you guys can't, is there a better time? Maybe take a vote, see what people say. But there's some people that have never shown. I know some people don't have interest. They just want to do their thing, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But just like even if they just come in early and check in, say hi, and that kind of thing.
There's Amar.
There's Mars here.
Hey
Okay.
guys, how you
What's
guys
up,
doing?
brother?
Hey,
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you guys?
good.
Chilling, chilling. Waiting for Allie, and I'm gonna pass it off to her. Oh, PNG logo. Chris, what's up? You made it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, finally. I work and I got a job at Amazon delivering packages and
Nice.
I usually leave at like 9 in the morning. I don't get home till like 11, 12.
Yeah.
So trying to hit these things. I was supposed to work today, but the peak season is let me see. I'm trying to get my face here on oh shit. Uh so you could see me. I don't even know how I'm doing this.
There's usually like a
Wait
little
on.
button. I think you're coming on.
Right.
There he is.
Oh, there we are.
Oh,
Boom. So,
boom.
yeah. So, the peak season's over. So today, last night, they were like, yeah, seniority gets to work, like
Yeah.
days that I'm not needed. So,
Gotcha.
but, yeah, I
Very
mean,
nice.
I want to get involved in this too. So,
Yeah, we're gonna try to make sure it works for everyone. Even I might even add another call. If I just want to make sure we get everyone. I just want to see everyone's face at least once a week. That's the goal.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I
Um,
mean, like I was saying, the peak is over. So I might have Saturdays off now. I don't know.
nice. That's like I'm guessing because the holidays are crazy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I can't even imagine. Do they have to hire like just seasonal people just to get it all done?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, they hired seasonal. When I got the job too, I thought it was seasonal, and they were like, "No, it's full time." So I was like, "Yeah," but
Nice. Work is work. Work is work.
yeah, it is. Yep, I should have a car next month.
Nice.
Finally,
I hear that.
yeah, doing it. Yeah,
So let's see who we got. Jessica, how you doing, Jessica? Chris is in the house. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? What we got here? Well, let's ask some questions, man. Craig, share some wins. What we got?
Yes. All
Tell me
right.
something good.
Yeah. So I got, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I either got 4 or 5 days nicotine free.
Nice.
So yeah,
oh, good
so
shit,
that's
man.
that's going pretty good for me. And then of course got back lifting this week. That's been a big boost in my mood, man. That really
Yeah.
helps me out. And then my dad hooked me up with an awesome birthday or Christmas gift, rather, not birthday gift. He hooked me up with a little bit of money, which I was not expecting. I just got it in the mail, and I was like, "Hell yeah, brother!" You
It's
know
nice.
what I'm saying?
It's
So,
nice when you get those like
yeah,
unexpected fucking checks.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It always sucked for me because the family always sends you checks for the holidays and your birthday. My birthday is 2 days before Christmas, so
yeah,
I got a one check that said Christmas and birthday in the memo.
yeah.
So shit happens, but
Well,
whatever.
two birds with one stone.
Yeah, and then my mom would fucking wake me up in the morning and she would go pull a present out from under the Christmas tree and hand it to me and say happy birthday. And I'm like, oh, this is bullshit, man. So. And then even like as an adult, like if I want to go out and do something with people on my birthday, there's always Christmas parties going on. So it's like I just celebrate at Christmas parties. What do you want? It's a fucking cat. It's crazy. Um,
Hmm.
so this let me see who is it? Who just popped in? Chance is here. Waiting for Allie. She's got something prepared. Um, Amar, share some wins, brother. How we doing?
Pretty sure I'm going through withdrawal symptoms since last week. Not sleeping well, but hanging in there.
Okay. How you feeling?
Low energy, just kind of pissed off all the time, bad mood, snapping easily. But I control myself when I'm at home, when I'm around
Yeah.
my kids and my wife. At work, not so much.
Yeah, I
But
hear you. Are we trying to like take some time to ourselves, silent in silence, maybe even a little meditation?
yeah, usually when I wake up, I'm up early, so nobody else is awake. So I'll sit there alone for about 10 minutes and I'll journal. Then I'll do my journaling
Yeah.
before I hit the gym.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Good. Good stuff.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, just hang in there, just take I think the big key right now is just take care of your body, Take it, you go to the gym, you probably and you're eating healthy, drink that water and fucking take care of your mind and work on your mindset and, think positive thoughts. It's all gonna fall into place.
Yeah, for sure. I guess with time, right? Everything get a little bit easier.
Yeah, and I
Hey,
remember
can you guys hear me?
yes, we
Yeah.
can. Yep.
All right, I was just gonna say too. I mean, I don't know who he is or what he's about, but don't forget about a higher power, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Pray,
For
man.
sure.
Pray, pray.
And
He's up
whatever
there, man. He's looking down.
whatever it may be, that was my
Yeah.
big thing is I went through a spiritual struggle for a long time and am I spiritual? Am I religious? Is there, is it Jesus? Is it this? Is it that? And that's always but just
Yeah.
having something to look up to is always when I was in AA, my sponsor was just like, it doesn't matter, bro. He's like, just pick something. He's like, just pick something. Yeah, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, my dad died 4 years ago. When I buried him, that's when I had a spiritual awakening, I guess you can say, around that
Yeah,
time. And I actually started giving a shit, about
that will do it.
drinking and drugs and all that stuff. But it's just taking a little bit longer than I thought. Fully drop
Yeah,
everything.
it's good. I
Yeah,
hear that, man.
yeah, my sponsor was like, I don't give a shit if it's just the fucking chair or whatever it may be, but fucking
Yeah.
find
I
something.
got I could just say this. There like mine is Jesus and God, I'm
Yeah,
a born again. And I'm just saying, regardless of what it is, there is something bigger and greater than us out there.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You know what I mean?
I tell you, when I started getting spiritual and
Yeah.
praying and doing all that, like just crazy shit started happening. Opportunities were flying my way. Everything kind of just started getting better. I just felt, less, you know, my brain was less cloudy, and I felt like this cat's fucking driving me nuts. But it's definitely part of it, you know.
Well, I
Chance,
know I know one thing for me is when I stop praying, I start going downhill.
yeah,
That's just me.
yeah, for
It's
sure,
a fact.
100%. Chance, wanted to check in with you. How we doing? I know you're always doing good. I don't even have to ask. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm maintaining. Just been going through the thing I shared in group and everything. Talk to you or text you on my
Yeah,
leg, but
yeah,
I just been maintaining. Just the relationship, situationship, more nonsense, headache, you know.
yeah,
But that is about it. But even with that nonsense, that Looney Tune, my sobriety is in check, man. So
yeah,
my biggest vice or thing I've been working on is just the sugar, the nutrition,
yeah.
doing that. But as far as the sobriety, A1, feeling good, mental clarity. I got my meditation music on now, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
something I do frequently.
So I'm seeing a
So,
like a hypnotherapist, and I've talked about it before, but he told me I'm gonna start putting on like just positive affirmations while I sleep. They have these affirmations that are like 8 hours long and subliminal, and you just put it on really quietly next to the bed.
mhm, mhm.
So
I do that. I do that also with the megahertz, the
yeah,
vibration stuff. Oh yeah, the black
I'm reading
screen.
the book about the law of
Mhm.
vibration. And I tell you what, it's interesting stuff. They break it down to a science, and there's like science behind it. And it's like, every atom has a vibration, and how
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how everything comes together, and it's fucking interesting, man.
Hmm.
So, let's see here. Jessica, why don't you come and say hi? How you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Anything
Hey,
exciting? Tell me something good.
So I just got my job at the fire department.
Oh
I
yeah.
get started this coming up week, and I've finally got a gym membership.
Hell yeah.
Got that going today. So I'm fixing to start doing that little workout. Do me some working out, man. Since I went to rehab in September. Sorry, I'm setting up for an NA meeting now.
It's all
Um,
good.
but since I went to rehab and I come home, like, just done lost all my muscle mass, man.
That'll happen.
And gained weight on top of that, dude. So it's been a little rough.
What I mean, and you probably don't get the greatest nutrition there either.
No, everything was fattening.
Yeah, there's like you probably don't get a lot of protein and
All
No,
it's all
sure didn't.
carbs.
yeah.
Yeah,
All carbs.
a bunch of carbs, and like now, since I've been home, my youngin's been diagnosed with diabetes type 1, and
Wow.
so we got our household now on a good low carb diet
Yeah.
for the whole house now. So that's helping out a lot too. But I'm hoping getting into the gym is gonna do something. So, but yeah,
Well,
I start my job up Monday. I'm really excited and nervous.
what's the job?
Firefighting.
Oh, that's right. So you're a firefighter.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So how, I
Yeah.
mean, when did you go to school? How long did you go to school for?
I graduated in 2021. We
Nice.
started in 2020, and then we had the coronavirus happen, so it made our class go longer. But I've been a firefighter since 2021.
Nice.
And when I got out of rehab, I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go do my drug test so I can get full time." And the pot wasn't out of my system yet, so
Mm.
they was like, "Okay, you can't work with us for a whole year." And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
shit!"
no.
So I lost a job in Baldwin County, and I just went to Wilco, a county right next to me, and they hired me. So
Nice. Did they send you to rehab? Like did you get like insurance?
I did it on my own because
Oh, nice.
I had started shooting up, and it just got a little wild. So I had to pick up that phone and call that rehab. And by the grace of God, the intake man, he was like, "Well, when can you be here?" And I'm like, "As soon as possible." He's like, "Can you be here tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Damn, that's fast." I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay." He gave me no time to change my mind. And since then, I came home. I go to NA and AA. I got a sponsor in both.
Hell yeah.
And I do 2 Zoom meetings every day and then an in-person meeting. But when I first came home, I was doing up to 4 or 5 meetings a day.
That's wild.
Just trying to get my foundation built. So, I was upset when I lost my job, but I feel like that was my God doing for me what I couldn't do for myself. Because if I would have jumped the gun and went back to working 24-hour shifts like I was going to do, I wouldn't have got spiritually fit. I wouldn't have got nowhere where I'm at in my recovery now. I wouldn't be nowhere where I'm at. So,
I'm a true believer and everything happens for a reason. And
yeah,
sometimes we miss opportunities on certain things, but a lot of times it turns out better on the other side. So,
yeah.
you know, so I guess Allie, I don't know. Should I answer her fucking phone? I don't know what's going on with her, but we'll just cover, I'm going to go over something. Try her one more time. Yeah, no, I give up. So I'm gonna go over something that goes along with what we talked about last week on Wednesday. We talked about doing this on the fly here. We talked about self-sabotage, and so today I'm just gonna go over this, which is talks about something that's right in line with that, which is negative self-talk and what that does. For you and your mental health. How do we do this? It's fucking me up here.
Yeah, I talked to my sponsor about that too, and because I do that to myself,
Yeah.
but it kind of amps me up. Like in the morning when I'm tired, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. Like, listen, asshole, get the fuck out of bed.
I
Go to
do the
work.
same thing. I literally physically I tell people this all the time. I talk to myself out loud. It's almost like there's two versions of me. One's like, fucking I'm like, no, you motherfucker. Get your ass
Yeah,
up, go to the fucking
yeah.
gym. You know.
Listen, I'm just like that, and my sponsor was like, "Listen, man, you need to stop doing that shit." I'm like, "But I've been doing it for so long." Like
Yeah, but
I mean, no,
it's like
you
hyping
get.
yourself up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, not only that, the way
Yeah.
I grew up, I grew up in a real drug infested fucking house,
Yeah.
so it was a lot of negativity. So it kind of got me mad. But
Yeah.
sometimes what gets me mad gets me going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I wouldn't necessarily call that, negative self-talk. When I say negative self-talk, I talk about people who are just like, that's like hyping yourself up. But people are going, "Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm never gonna, never gonna stay sober. I'm never gonna accomplish my goals. I'm a terrible person. I'm this, I'm that." I feel
All
like
right,
there's like
yeah.
a difference. But
Yeah, no, no, there is.
so let me share my screen here, and we're just gonna read over this together. Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So negative self-talk and how it affects you and how to break free from it. Okay. So, what is negative self-talk? Negative self-talk is the internal dialogue that you have with yourself that's critical, pessimistic, or self-defeating. It sounds like I can't do this. I always mess things up. I'm not good enough. This type of thinking becomes a habit, and just like any bad habit, it holds you back. I was going to kind of touch on it, but I'm sure that I'm going to cover it anyway. So let's go on to the next one. How it affects your brain. Your thoughts shape your reality, literally. Here's what negative self talk does it triggers your stress response. So your brain perceives negative thoughts as threats, increasing your cortisol and your anxiety. It rewires your neural pathways. Repetitive negative thoughts strengthen those patterns, making them automatic over time. It lowers your self esteem and your motivation. It chips away at your confidence, causing self doubt and inaction. And it impacts your physical health. Chronic stress can disrupt sleep, digestion, immunity, and more. It's crazy. It's actually kind of crazy to think about. And so it's so true that talking down on yourself and talking bad about yourself is literally, it can affect your health. It rewires your brain. You start believing the shit. And I can tell you when I started working on positive self talk, at first, maybe I didn't believe anything I was saying to myself, but I told myself I'm going to force myself to get in the mirror and tell myself that I'm fucking awesome. I'm going to accomplish great things and I'm going to fucking work out every day and I'm going to fucking reach my goals. And eventually you fucking believe it and your actions fall in line with what you're telling yourself. All right. So why we don't do it because it kills momentum. You're less likely to follow through on goals when your inner voice is working against you. It fuels procrastination. You cannot convince yourself you're not capable, so you don't even try. It reinforces shame and guilt. These emotions keep you stuck and disconnected from your potential. It becomes your identity. You say, I'm lazy enough times, and your brain will believe it. All right. How to remove it from your vocabulary. Catch it in the act. Start noticing when negative thoughts pop up. Awareness is the first step to change. Challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this true? Would I say this to a friend? Most negative self talk falls apart under scrutiny. Reframe it. Replace it with more neutral or empowering statement. Instead of, I suck at this, try say, I'm still learning. I will get better with practice. And that right there is actually something that I've caught myself and I've had to say that. Like there's certain things like, even with starting this business, I was like, I'd see all these people that were just way more successful than me. And I'm just like, and that's a problem when we compare ourselves with people that are just way ahead of us. It's crazy. Like I was 6 months into starting a coaching business and I'm comparing myself to people who've been in it for 3 years and they're so successful and the way they talk and the way they do everything. I'm like, man, I'll never get like that. But I said, no, I'm fucking brand new at this. I will get there. It takes time, it takes practice, and we'll get to that point. Um, Use I am statements wisely. What follows I am shapes your identity. Say, I am strong, I am capable, I am improving. All right, surround yourself with positivity. Environment matters. Consume content, music, and people that
Yep.
uplift you and not drain you, um, and then journal it out. Write down reoccurring negative thoughts and counter them with evidence of your growth or strength. And something we always do, celebrate our small wins. Each success, no matter how minor, is proof that the old narrative is wrong. All right, you are not your thoughts. You have power to choose better ones. And when you do, everything else starts to change. Um, it's amazing to me the power that's behind the thoughts, the power that's behind the spoken word. Um, you can really, and that's like I said, I go to a hypnotherapist. You can really like reframe the whole way your brain thinks about yourself, and it comes out in your actions in real life. That's why, like, I'm telling you, you've got to fucking do it. You got to remove all that bullshit out of your vocabulary. But let's bounce around. Like, let's ask Craig. I like to start with Craig. What about some negative self-talk? Do you have you experienced it? What did you do about it? Are you still experiencing it? Give me some feedback.
Yeah, so I used to do it really bad. I used to be really bad about it. And that's been years and years ago. And I've learned when I was in the first time I went to a real rehab facility, they were saying things like it takes three positive thoughts to replace one negative thought,
Yeah.
and so they would say, like, just like you said. So I guess over the years up to now, I catch myself saying things like I'll do something that I don't like, and I know it's nobody's fault but my own. And I'll be like, God, you're stupid.
Yeah,
And then I'll stop and I'll be like, well, you're not stupid. And I'll say this out loud. I'm talking to myself, and I'll say, you're not stupid, but that was stupid. Like
yeah,
that was
yeah.
that was stupid.
That's a better way
But
to
you're
frame it.
not, you yourself aren't stupid.
Or maybe
So
just even using that word, like I would even say try to remove the word stupid from your vocabulary. Say that was not a smart decision.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
I
then
get it.
I also, like, I have friends too, like especially my girlfriend does it, and now we do it to her mom and we do it to other people. Like when we hear each other talking bad to ourselves, we'll say, "Hey, don't talk to my friend like that." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And so
yeah,
and it just holds me, it holds us accountable to be like, "Oh yeah, stop talking crazy to yourself." Because it's if some honestly, like sometimes people can joke with me and call me names and stuff like that, and it's fun. But if you catch me, if the wrong person talks to me sideways, I'm like, who are you talking to, brother? And then I find myself like, well, why do you talk to yourself like that? You know what I mean?
yeah,
If somebody was to talk to me the way I talk to myself, I would be on the defensive.
yeah, of course.
And so, yeah, so I just look at it that way. I've gotten a lot better about catching myself to the point where I don't really do it that much anymore, honestly. I have my days, but I think it's just, like you said, catching yourself and reframing it. Like, don't just keep running with it, but like stop and like, no, flip it back over, and do that repetitively until it becomes second nature where you're talking positive to yourself.
That's the whole point to make it second nature. So your brain is really just like, okay, you're a good person, you're a hard worker, whatever it may be. And that's the cool thing about, like I said, hypnotherapy, like that whole thing is about, a lot of the stuff that we say about ourselves is in our subconscious from probably years and years ago. Some of these things, like your subconscious doesn't know time. So when you have a thought from a childhood experience, like maybe your mom is fucking talking down to you and saying something and making you feel stupid, that shit stays in your fucking brain for forever because it doesn't know
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
when
And a lot of it is, no, I'll try to shut up after
no,
this,
no, it's fine.
but a lot of this is, like you said, I think it's false beliefs
Yeah,
that we've developed over time based off our experiences.
yeah,
And so, I grew up naturally strong and athletic and things like that. But over time, especially in the middle school, I met other kids who were stronger than I was, more athletic than I was. And those kids put me down and would tell me that I was stupid or that I was slow or that I was weak. And so because someone else said it, I believed it. It must be true. And it would make me so angry. I would cry and I would fight over these things. And over the years, I've discovered that I believe those things about myself. And over the years, I have learned that I'm not that stupid. I'm not slow. I'm not weak. I'm not
yeah,
ugly. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And so I've discovered what I actually am is somewhere in between. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so, I have to erase these false beliefs in my mind that I've developed over time, and, the things that people have told me, my own mother, my own father, like people that I love and care about have told me things about myself that are not true.
And they don't
And
realize how damaging that is. Like,
yeah, yeah. And I have a hard time, well, I don't anymore, but I think other people have a hard time recognizing that we are all just human. You know what I mean? Like I can get mad at someone for, like, mom, you really said that, like, about me, or dad, you really said that, or whatever. But like they're just human too. They
yeah,
make mistakes. They say stuff they don't mean. I do it too.
yeah,
Like I can let that go and love myself and forgive them and love them just as much. So
yeah.
anyway.
No, awesome. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's good when we can start realizing that those things that people say are not true. Chris, what do you got? You got anything on negative self-talk? Have you experienced it?
Well, I do. I like what that kid Craig said, and what you were saying. I mean, I'm thinking about. All right, so let me just say this, right? Because I'll never meet any of you guys.
Yep.
My father used to pimp my mother. That's the type of house I grew up in. So between that house and growing up in the street, I'm from Fall River, Massachusetts. I
Yeah.
had to leave there and come to Boston. Like between the street and going home, my thought process is all fucked up. I'm coming up on 10 months clean. What's today's date?
The 10th.
The 10th.
I got 10 months today.
Nice.
You know what I
Fuck yeah.
mean? And that's because of a sponsor and my higher power. So as far as the negative talk and everything, my shit's all fucked up.
Yeah.
I've lived on the street and my mother threw me out at 14 because I wouldn't get her off E. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So for a long time, for the past 37 years, uh, you know, everything's been negative. So that's why like I'm coming on and listening to you and everybody speak because I got to learn some shit, man. I
You
lost my son to it. I lost my son to an adoption last year. I was doing all the right things out here in Boston. I couldn't get fucking housing. So it was
Yeah.
either give him up and get nothing or get 4 pitches and updates a year. You know what I mean? Like I just my shit's just I gotta I'm at a I was always at a point, I should say, where I just didn't fucking care.
Yeah.
I don't care. But I know I use it to my a positive. You know what I mean? Like they say go chase your recovery like you would chase the drugs. Well, I picture it like I'm getting paid. You get a sponsor, go get paid. Go do a meeting, go get paid. You know what I mean? I'm rewiring my brain to do this right because I can't. Once I lost my son, I was in Somerville, Massachusetts. It's right down the street from Boston. And my ex, my kid's mother, come home. I want to see you. Come home. I go to Fall River. I tell Bobby, pack my shit. I'm not even fucking coming back. I OD'd. So there's this thing called the fast response team in Fall River at Star Detox. And when you OD a day or two later, they'll come say, hey, what do you want to do? And I know the guy, Barry, who works for it, who runs the fast response team. And I get a knock on the door. I'm like, oh shit, I thought it was cops. And I'm telling my kid's mother, go see who it is, go see who it is. And she's looking back, she's like, it's Barry. I'm like, fuck. So I go to the door, I'm looking, I'm like, I'm all set. I don't want to go. I'm all set. He's like, come here, just talk to me. I go down there, and he's like, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna end up dying out here. And I don't know what it was right there. I was saying to myself, you're fucking 50 years old, you lost your kid, you got nothing, no retirement, you're like, it's time to change. And I don't know, right from there, things started clicking in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's sorry to say, I mean, I fought for 3 years for my son while his mother did nothing. And I had like my DCF worker coming out after a court case saying they're impressed with you. They like men don't do this for their kids. So it's just it's been a real long road and I'm trying to learn. That's why like I said, I'm on here.
Yeah.
Trying to learn things through my sponsor, through the program. At one time, like I got a lot of self-motivation. I'll push myself. I don't care, man, whatever it takes. And I've always been like that. I think I get that from my father, like making money or whatever. So, I mean, there's just a lot of work that's got to be done upstairs. I got a
You have
therapist
to,
and all of that.
yeah, I would say therapy, but like you have to like, even if you don't believe it at first, I'm going to send you some stuff to do. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
do that.
you have to like flood your brain with those positive thoughts and those positive affirmations and the positive self-talk and all that stuff. I'm telling you, after doing this repetitively for a long time, well, not a long time, but doing it repetitively, just say a couple months, your brain is going to change and you're going to feel different and you're going to be happier and you're going to have a better outlook on what's to come, and with your higher power and the positive thinking and taking care of your body through fitness and nutrition and all these things together, like you're going to be a completely different person. So I'll send you some stuff to do
Yeah,
that will
do
help.
that, please.
And listen, some of them might sound cheesy, like some of it's like foo-foo and people don't like.
Well, it's funny you said that because sometimes, well, in the past, in the program, and whatever, I would go to the mirror and be like, "You're the fucking man, kid. You could do this. You could
Yeah.
do this." And I'd be like, "Yeah, you're a fucking cornball. What are you doing, bro?"
No, do it, bro. Do it.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean, I'll try now.
Yeah. So there's I'm gonna, like I said, I'll send you some. I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
into it right now. I'll send you some stuff to
No.
do and all that. What about Amar? How you doing? Tell me anything when it comes to negative self-talk. Do you Do you partake? Are you pretty good at it? If you have done it in the past, are you working on it?
I'm pretty confident in myself. Always, think
Yeah,
positive thoughts. But what Craig just said, um, I'm not stupid. What I did is stupid. That
yeah,
really stuck with me.
yeah. I love that. Yeah, you seem like a confident person. I just think, you've got to figure it out to that point. But we all have our flaws. For me, it's really helped my confidence really tackling it. But we're gonna bounce around. One more time. What about Chance? I feel like you've got it going on. Like, did you ever battle negative self-talk
Well, of course, that's
back in your
real.
drinking and drugging days? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes when you have those guilty thoughts or those
yeah,
memories, especially around the holiday times we just had, that brings up all that negative shit, negative self-talk, negative memories. But with that being said, I've always growing up in the church and having an understanding of this saying this, the power of the tongue.
yeah,
So
huge.
I do know that's real. You can manifest with the words that you keep speaking. You can speak death over your life. You can even speak prosperity.
Yeah,
So it's like, that's something that takes a while and you have to live through that and see it and believe in it because it's also dealing with self-esteem, at least it was for me, that confidence. I grew up with my father's a E8 sergeant, military
right.
dude, crazy, hothead. So, but he was an ass. I didn't have that enforcement. So the negative self-talk, you try to look up to this big black 6'6" dude, cocky, and you trying to fit up to your father's standard. Of course, that character, that self-esteem, that negative self-talk, not good enough, starts there.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean. So it's like it is a while to bring yourself up out of that. I don't practice that now. I don't feed into it when I do feel that come up, especially like just the holiday time, the
yeah,
father thing, the family thing. Yeah, I just really don't feed into it. I meditate, I'll walk, I'll work out, I'll listen to some music, but I get away from it. I don't sit there because you sit there, you'll go there, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. Mm-mm.
Funny story, real quick, on manifesting, because I'm really like diving into this shit. There's a book. I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'll post it in the group or something. But there's a book I got. And it's about the law of attraction and the law of vibration, and it goes on to all sorts of stuff, how to create like just an amazing life. And there's just stuff about manifesting, and it's something I've like, I feel like I've manifested a lot of shit. Like I've like, money started coming in, jobs, opportunities just by like I believe big time into like karma and energy, and if what you put into the universe, you're going to get back. But I want a Range Rover. This is my like I've always just I went in my buddy's Range Rover. It's a white Range Rover, and it's fucking beautiful, right? And I'm like, oh, this thing's fucking cool. I had that big fucking sunroof, and I'm like, this is fucking badass. And I'm like, one day, like, I'm gonna make enough money, I'm gonna buy myself a fucking Range Rover. And the other day, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm like bored, I guess, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go throw on some nice clothes and I'm gonna fucking go over to the Range Rover dealership and I'm gonna fucking act like I'm looking to buy a fucking Range Rover and I'm gonna test drive a Range Rover. And I fucking went and got in the fucking car. I drove it around with the guy for a while and I'm just like in my head, I'm like going like, thank you, God, for giving me this fine vehicle, and I'm just so grateful that you were able to give me this vehicle and all this shit. But yeah, it's silly, but I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people out there that really believe in that fucking putting that energy out there. But actually, I ended up going back to the dealership and seeing a vehicle I liked even more, but that one was like $205,000, so that probably ain't gonna happen.
I like
Damn.
something I've done myself is like I've been raised poor my whole life, man. I've been a farmhand. My family's been farmhands. Like we are poor people. And but over here lately I've learned like I just got a not a new vehicle, but a new to me
Yeah.
vehicle. And I didn't think that I could afford it, but my poor little truck was going to pot and I had to make a move. And so I was anyway, long story short, I wound up, buying a used car from a dealership from a car lot, and I was like, from a nice car lot,
Yeah.
and everybody around me was like, "Man, what are you doing? You don't fool with the dealerships, man. You know they're going to get you." And da da da. but it's been a great car. I've had it for like 2 years, and I
Yeah.
and I was worried I couldn't make the payments on it, but I can. Anyway, I've been learning to like go ask, like go find out, like
Yeah.
where do this is what I want. Where do I stand? Wait, how far am I away from being able to
Yeah.
get it? You know what I mean? And then just to have those dreams, those ideas, play with them. Put
Yeah.
them down on paper like, okay, what do I want? How much is it going to cost? Realistically, how long is it going to take me to save that money to get to it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And break down how can I make the speed up the process, and just play with those ideas and just have them on deck so that,
Yeah.
What?
that you can play with them and maybe make them come
Nah,
true.
I'm still waiting. I don't know.
Where is he? Mute him for a second until he comes back. Yeah, so no, that's awesome. Manifesting, they say manifesting is real, so I'm gonna find out when I get my Range Rover. I'll let you all know. Something that this is totally off topic, but I want to say because I was thinking about it so much today, is that on any kind of journey, whether it's fitness, nutrition, financial, or anything, you got to stay on top of fucking tracking everything you do. It's changed my fucking life. I just there, so I always, I track my nutrition here and there, right? And the first of the year, I said to myself, I'm gonna fucking track. When I went and lifted, I was just fucking winging it. I was doing the same thing over and fucking over again. And it's funny, it's like I give all these programs out to people, and I'm like, track your fucking shit, track your fucking shit. And I wasn't fucking tracking anything. But I decided to get into a program, and now I'm tracking all my workouts, just exactly like we do in my app. Um, and I'm telling you, like in like 2 weeks, I can already feel the difference, and it's like I'm, it's making a whole difference. But on top of that, I decided to. There's I don't know if you know who Dave Ramsey is. He's a big financial guy. Yeah. So I've been studying him and listening to his shit. And there's an app called Every Dollar. And I want to know why the fuck am I running out of money at the end of the month every month? And why am I struggling? And what's the deal here? And I downloaded this app called Every Dollar, and I've been tracking every fucking dime I spend. And man, it has brought some like insight to like what is going on. Like, and I had no idea. Like I'm looking and it's like, okay, it's the 10th, and I've spent like $120 on fucking coffees and bottles of water. And I'm just like, what? So by the end of the fucking month, you're looking at fucking $400 in coffee and water. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to buy a fucking coffee machine. And then fuck this. I'm going to get a water bottle that I'm going to refill every day. But that's my rant on tracking. It is so fucking important to reach your goals when it comes to tracking your shit and knowing exactly it's data, and it will open your fucking eyes to whatever you're trying to accomplish. So if you're not tracking, fucking track. So all right. Well, listen, Allie didn't show up. I don't know what her fucking deal is. I'm actually I was on that Hopeaholics podcast, and I started reaching out to people who were on that podcast as well to start booking them to speak on Saturdays. So I'm gonna definitely, because I know that last Saturday was the speaker, and that guy fucking crushed it. And I want to have more shit like that where it's like good insight, good inspiration. So I'm gonna find some really cool shit for us um, to listen to. So, well, for today, that's it. Wednesday we'll be back on. If anyone needs me or needs anything, reach out. And you guys have a good rest of your Saturday night and enjoy it.
You too, man. Hey, thank you for reaching out and being patient with me too.
Absolutely, brother. We'll be in touch. I'm going to send you some stuff.
All right, thank you.
All right, later, guys.
Later.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Bye.